I was now walking the process with the doctors, now asking for answers. What happened? And they could not tell me. They could not find any reason. But I remember the doctor told me, your baby was very big, because at 34 weeks, she was already 3.4, 3.5 kgs. And then, but they said, we'll do a number of tests after you go home. You come back after 1 week, we do a number of tests. One of the tests was blood clot. The other one was gestational diabetes, which they could not rule out, they could not even find answers on this, because now with gestational diabetes, what happens is, when you're pregnant, the placenta produces hormones that interfere with the work of insulin. The work of insulin is to regulate blood sugars in the body. So when the work of insulin is interfered with, it does not regulate. So you find you either have very high sugar levels or very low sugar levels. Now, when you're pregnant, your baby feeds through your blood system. So when your sugar levels are high, that means your baby is feeding on very high sugar levels. And that was the case. That was the case in my case, if that makes sense. And so when the baby is feeding on a lot of sugar, is ideally is like the baby is feeding on junk. So atakuwa mkubwa sana kwa tumbo. And when you have gestational diabetes and it is not detected in the right time, you either give birth to a very big baby, like in my case. You can either lose the baby while in the womb, like my case also. She was very big and she died in the stomach. In the womb, because they don't have much space to even move around. They can even tie themselves with a cord and not be able to untie. Then the other case is you could lose, you could give birth to a live baby and lose the baby immediately, because she was used to being fed on a lot of sugar in the womb, and then once you give birth, it's not the case. So now I was taking you back, because I was saying they tested for gestational diabetes after and they could not tell it, because once you give birth, the placenta imetoka, hormones inaendanga, so the sugar levels go back to normal. So gestational diabetes only happens when you're pregnant. Once you give birth, inapoteanga.